So far we talked about, hey, like items having like title, and then like title is something, there is category is something like in the previous prompt we saw, and then there is like date, things like that. That can be like something that we pass the LLM. But there's a large area of research that says, hey, let's encode this information instead of just passing the LLM all this text. Let's just encode it into like simpler and more useful information for the LLM. And that's where the semantic IDs come in. And what happens is, let's think about it like an example of a shoe shop. Let's remove this. And this shoe shop, let's just for the sake of simplicity say each item in this shoe shop is shown by like three things. Whether each item basically would be like, hey, red Nike shoe, or like orange Nike shoe, or something like that. Let's say orange Nike shoe. This is the title that would have previously we would have given to the LLM. But when we use semantic IDs, this orange Nike shoe can be encoded to something like let's see, semantic ID would be encoded to something like, hey, 5323, for example, something like this. And the first number might just say, hey, this is a category of items, this is shoe. Let's say you are at like a clothing store. So you may have shoes, you may have bags, you may have different things. The second number might talk about the brand, would be like Nike. That was like, this is a shoe. It says this is Nike. And this may talk about the color, for instance. And basically, we will encode it like a hierarchical encoding. So if like this was, instead of being, let's say, orange Nike shoe, it was like a red Nike shoe, the first two parts will remain the same, right? You will still know it's a shoe, you will still know it's Nike, but the third part, instead of 23, let's say, it would have been 14 or something like that. So in this way, the model also starts understanding that there is a hierarchy to these items. And one very famous method of doing so is residual quantization variational autoencoders, or for short